So this is how my day started off first going out to Carnaval, right? I mean, I got the white shirt going on, the Indian feathers, I'm rocking it, I got the beads, and, well, this is how I look like now. Yeah, I'm gonna fill you in on my day. Let me just take a shower and get dolled up real quick while you listen to this quick intro. I'll be right back. Alright guys, now you might be wondering why in the intro I was wearing an Indian hat and then I came back looking like a slob with a hat on that had nothing to do with my outfit, and the reason for that was because I bought a cheap Indian hat which would have been totally fine normally, but we went to a street party which was so packed with people and it was like down this narrow street, so the people who lived in the apartments on the side started spraying us with like water from the hoses and we were all like hallelujah, except for then my Indian hat like kind of like broke because it was made of like paper, and then the ink went all on my shirt, and then I found a random hat on the floor, so I was like hey, and I made that my outfit. So first things first, make sure that when you're planning your Carnaval trip you already book your flight and you book the place for you to stay like beforehand, so that way you don't have to worry about any of that because the prices will go up the closer you get to the date. And make sure that like you're up to date with your vaccines because this is a tropical country, so there are a lot of mosquitoes, so there are a lot of like things like that, but as long as you get your vaccines you're fine. Now, picking out your costume, this is exciting, people. So if you want any last minute costumes, usually like around the metro station or wherever your block is, there's usually gonna be people with stands with like little hats or something you can buy. But this, unlike Halloween, it's not a time where people like necessarily are trying to look hot or trying to look good. Like people are just going crazy and they're doing whatever you want. And unlike Halloween also, where people have like one definitive costume where like they buy everything and it's like nice and this, like people here mix and match outfits. There's a lot of glitter involved. Glitter everywhere, beads, stickers, like a bunch of that everywhere, right? Like that's kind of like the thing. And you can wear like shoes or sandals or flip-flops. The common brand here is Havaianas. Literally the whole country wears that. It's socially acceptable anywhere here in Rio de Janeiro. But I would recommend shoes, and shoes that you don't mind getting dirty because they will get dirty. So guys can go shirtless, girls can go with like just a bikini top, and at first I was like, damn girl, like you're wearing a bikini top onto these things. And then I realized how hot it gets. First off, this is a tropical country, like I said, so it gets hot regularly. Like I'm talking like 100 degrees hot. But when you put like so many people in one area, it feels like you're running out of oxygen. So bikini tops, totally acceptable as well. You do you. And if you can, find yourself like a little fan. Please bring it. Do yourself a favor because, like I said, it gets really hot. Like I'm burning up just making this video because I can't turn the fan on or else it'll make too much noise. And like I said, people wear anything. Guys wear tutus, guys wear girls' outfits, girls wear guys' outfit. Like, no rules, no rules. And also make sure you bring a pouch, like a little thing, or like to put your valuables, your belongings in. There's no need if you're with a group for everyone to bring their phones out, like literally no need. Just have one phone, like that's fully charged or something like that, like one person in the group, like, and you guys can share videos and all that because there's pickpocketing is a real thing. It happens, so just be careful and make sure all your valuables are like covered and good and you're securing them in a safe place. So there are two types of parties, and one of them is called like the Street de Samba. So you go and like everyone sits on the stages, and there's this thing you see on TV where there's like a long strip and everyone's dancing and they have crazy costumes. It's beautiful. It shows like the culture of the country and like all of these things. Definitely recommend, go, definitely. But the part that I'm going to be talking about is like bloco parties, which are street parties. And those are the ones you're going to be partying in, like those are the real deal. And some of them actually start before Carnaval because Brazilians really like to party and they want any excuse for it. Every different street party has a different feel to it. And a lot of them, like they're not actually posted from the city, like they don't actually announce it. So only the locals know about a lot of them. So make sure you ask around if you're staying at a hotel or Airbnb, ask your host about it, or like they know any good ones. And make sure to go there. But there's also always ones in like touristy areas, Leblon, Ipanema, things like that, Copacabana. And just keep in mind that these street parties, they move. So like people are marching towards somewhere. So if you're planning with your friends, like, hey, it's gonna be at this place, like it's gonna move. So make sure you guys are keeping each other updated to make sure that you're actually meeting up at the right place. So like I said, like every blogger party is different. So some of them are traditional, like they play the regular samba. Some of them, I got invited to one today, it's rock and roll. There's other ones that's more alternative. So people are wearing crazier costume and it's different types of music. So there's a bunch of different styles and you can just pick whichever one you want because there are hundreds, literally. So I would recommend getting there from the metro. I guess if you don't know the area, maybe you want to take the Uber, you feel safer, but the metro is cheaper. And the Uber, like there's so much traffic. These street parties happen on the street. And then beer is like the drink. It is so hot that I promise you, you won't want hard liquor. And if you do have hard liquor, it's so hot that like you might pass out. Just stick to beer. And beer, it's usually 3 for 10 reais. So like 3 beers for $3. Technically, you're good. And when you drink lots of beer, what do you have to do? You need to pee, but can you pee? Not really. Like it's hard to find a place to pee during these street parties. So make sure you do it before you leave the house, and then once you're there, try to find, I guess, a little restaurant, a little shop, and just do it there because it's gonna be hard. And if you want to do it on the street, feel free to, but there's a fine of like 500 reais. So what do you recommend? And there's also so many people, like you can't be on the street without someone seeing you, but feel free to go ahead. Everything's kind of closed or ended once Carnaval starts. Like literally the whole country is partying, school is out, people aren't going to work, like things aren't happening. So if you want to like experience the city, probably do it. Probably come here a couple of days before Carnaval so you're able to do so. And these are all the tips that I have for you guys. I hope you guys come here one day. I hope you guys experience this and you guys have an amazing time because it is a sight to see and I promise you it is everything you think it is and more. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next week.